Hi, this is Tom Craven from RRAMAC Connected Systems. In this video we're going to walk through the editor for the graphics that comes with the Quick Start asset. The same graphics can be used in customized assets as well. For many years, 14 years in fact, RRAMAC has been doing turnkey internet solutions, web dashboards, and in more recent years smartphone apps. And we still do those, so you don't have to use the graphic editor. However, many of our customers have come back and said, hey, that's great you do turnkey solutions, but I want the freedom to go in and edit some of the graphics myself. And so that's what we're going to show you today. So on the left-hand side, this is a web dashboard for a PC type environment. On the right-hand side, this is a mobile-friendly dashboard, and the mobile-friendly version can also be displayed on our EdgeScout app. So we have a EdgeScout app on both the Apple Store and Google Play Store. So I'm going to go ahead and maximize the PC version of this, or the web dashboard, because this is where we actually can edit the graphics. So I'm going to go under Administration, Preferences, Asset Template Editor. And from here I pick what asset I want to edit. So I'm going to take my Quick Start demo project. And there's two choices here. I can either do the status page of the web app, or I can pick the mobile version. I'll do the web version for now. I'll open that up. And here you see the editor that we were just looking at, or the edited version of the graphics that we were just looking at. And so I can go into any of these graphics. I can click on this arc gauge. I can click on maybe a traditional speedometer type graphic. So if you look at the speedometer, it's really the properties that we're going to be changing here. The data value, in this case it's inlet pressure. So if I want to change that variable, I have a drop-down list. I can select any variable that's been created within this project. The Z index, by the way, that is how we layer graphics on top of other graphics. So the further back you want the object to be, the lower the Z index. But if I scroll down a little here, I can set the gauge, so the 0 and full scale value, in this case it's 0 to 100, as you see on the graphics. I can pick the number of units. So the major units are 20, and you can see that on the gauge, 0, 20, 40. And I can say, oh, let's make that one 25 instead. And you'll see that update as I make the changes. So fairly simple here. We also can have labels. We can pick whether these go inside or outside of the scale. So little changes you can make that way. So I can also add objects to the screen. So if I go to my gauges, I'll scroll down here, maybe pick an arc gauge and just drag it onto the screen. There's lots of settings you can adjust, but there's really only a couple you have to adjust to get started. So I'm going to give it a data value. I'm going to set this to a pack line OEE. We do overall equipment effectiveness, including downtime for many of our customers. So if I make this an OEE display, I typically like to make that a full circle. So by default it goes from -90 to +180. I'm going to have it go all the way around and end up at the bottom at 270 degrees. And then I can also assign different colors based on my OEE score. So in this case, my 0 to 50 is a fairly low value. I might want to make that like a red warning signal, for example. I can pick a mid-range value of 50 to 75 as yellow, and then 75 and above, maybe that's my green value. And so it will change on the fly as it passes those different thresholds, so that at a glance I can see how my overall line is doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this. Go back to my dashboard. Drill into my quick start demo. And down at the bottom there's my OEE gauge showing me the current status there. I could have thrown a value in there so I could see a percentage number as well. Most of the editor objects are pretty intuitive, so I'm not going to go through all of them. This is not meant to be a complete tutorial, but I just wanted to give you an example of how we configure those graphics in the Quick Start editor, and this editor can also be included or added to custom projects beyond the Quick Start. Thanks for watching this video. For additional information, please visit our website at www.rramac.com or contact us using the information on the screen. Thank you.